președinte al Parlamentului, domnule prim-ministru, stimați deputați și miniștri, doamnelor și domnilor. Este o onoare pentru mine și pentru poporul Republicii Moldova să salutăm prezența la Chisinau a înaltului oaspete, președintele Consiliului European, Herman Van Rompuy. Faptul că Republica Moldova a făcut progrese însemnate pe calea integrării europene, fiind remarcată și susținută în spațiul comunitar, vi se datorează într-o bună măsură, domnule președinte, care sunteți un prieten al țării noastre. Îmi amintesc cu emoție și satisfacție despre prima noastră întâlnire, care a avut loc la Bruxelles, la scurt timp după alegerea mea în funcție de președinte al Republicii Moldova, acum 2 ani. Am simțit atunci întreaga dumneavoastră cordialitate și disponibilitatea fără rezerve de a ajuta Republica Moldova să se înscrie ferm pe calea realizărilor europene. Fără sprijinul dumneavoastră, personal, ne-ar fi fost mult mai greu să obținem rezultatele excepționale pe calea apropierii de Uniunea Europeană, pe care le-am înregistrat în ultima perioadă. Intrarea în vigoare a regimului de călătorii fără vize și pregătirea pentru semnarea acordului de asociere, inclusiv zona de liber schimb între Uniunea Europeană și Republica Moldova. Domnule președinte, vă rog să transmiteți șefilor de stat și de guvern al Uniunii Europene recunoștința cetățenilor moldoveni pentru susținerea ce le-a fost acordată. După semnarea în curând a acordului de asociere, va urma aplicarea prevederilor sale, în măsură să declanșeze procese profunde de modernizare a sistemului nostru politic și administrativ, a economiei și a tuturor ramurilor importante. Toate acestea având un singur scop: ridicarea bunăstării populației și propășirea întregii societăți. Reformele pe care le desfășurăm în acest scop și lupta cu corupția, care trebuie să devină o prioritate absolută în țara noastră, ne vor ajuta să atingem standardele propuse în pofida unor obstacole artificiale pe care ne le pun adversarii opțiunii europene a Republicii Moldova. Vizita dumneavoastră la Chisinau, domnule președinte, ne întărește încrederea că suntem în continuare sprijiniți în aceste demersuri. În noile condiții regionale dificile, știm că ne putem bizui pe ajutorul statelor europene în toate aspectele. Apropierea progresivă a Republicii Moldova de Uniunea Europeană ne va face mai siguri, mai protejați, mai stabili. Și aceasta este și interesul Uniunii Europene, de a avea în vecinătate țări sigure și stabile. Vă mulțumesc, domnule președinte, pentru faptul că sunteți alături de noi și că vă pasă de soarta Republicii Moldova. Oamenii acestui pământ sunt muncitori și cu respect față de lege. Cetățenii țării noastre au demonstrat că se poate avea încredere în ei și că merită să le se acorde perspectiva de a fi, într-un viitor previzibil, cetățeni europeni. Vă mulțumesc! Domnul președinte, vă invităm la această tribună.
Mr. President, thank you for the kind and generous introduction. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Prime Minister, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to return to Chisinau since my last visit here in July 2011. I thank you all the people of Moldova, for this warm reception. It is good to be with you a couple of days only after the celebration of Europei in your beautiful country and capital city. Let me seize this opportunity for a short flashback on what the European Union is about and what the 9th of May means to the history of our continent. It was the day back in 1950 when the French foreign minister invited the countries of Europe, and in particular in Germany, to overcome the bitterness and enmity of wars and to start a new, positive beginning. To build a European community, today's union. So Europe Day is not about war, not about victory and defeat, not about frustration and revenge. All this should remain in the past. No, it celebrates successful building of an area of peace, freedom, democracy, stability, and unsurpassed prosperity on our continent, which is and remains immensely diverse, where different cultures, traditions, languages, religions, histories meet. In the European Union, all nations, no matter how different or antagonized they happen to be in the past, have learned to work together, to replace confrontation with cooperation, tolerance and reconciliation, and to make peace, stability and prosperity real for all people. In one word, to turn fear and mistrust into openness and hope. This is the European miracle. This is why the European Union was awarded the Nobel Prize in 2012. Among our countries, no nostalgia for a glorious past that will never return, no border conflicts that seek strength at the expense of one's neighbor, no cycles of defeat and revenge. All those countries have turned the page and look with confidence to the future. Cooperation and democracy, our values, do not only guide the European Union's own policies at home, but also our external action, our approach in the wider world. Nowhere in this is this more important, and nowhere are the people in partner societies more engaged than in the countries closest to us, especially those on the European continent. Your country's ties with this adventure will soon become even stronger. With the signature at the end of June of the association agreement, we have jointly developed to pursue these goals. It does not just mean strengthening relations between Chisinau and Brussels, but between your country and all the member states of the European Union. And that's why this document will be signed not only by your Prime Minister, but also by the presidents or Prime Ministers of these 28 countries, when they will all gather in Brussels in June for the European Council Summit. I have convened, and on their behalf, as European Council President, I can say we are all fully behind this, and I want to congratulate your country on this imminent step. The association agreement will bring a positive dynamic of dialogue, stability and prosperity. Moldova can do it, you can do it. Moldova is a European country. By history, by geography, by its way of life and culture. Back in the 15th century, the whole of Europe cheered when your Stephen the Great won important battles and preserved the independence of your nation. Today, the links are numerous between your citizens and so many others across our continent. Family, friends, business partners, from London to Bucharest and from Lisbon to Bratislava. You perhaps feel different from your neighbors. Between Europe, all feel different from our neighbors. And yet we do share this common space, these beautiful lands, which the ancient Greeks on the other side of the Black Sea called Europa. All this is why other Europeans are sympathetic towards your country. You deserve a bright future, a future in a free and open society, where you and your families will be effectively protected by the rule of law, where courts and law enforcement bodies will serve the law, and only the law, and where you and your children will be empowered to realize all their aspirations. And where, perhaps for the first time in Moldova's long history, lasting prosperity will not be long to blossom. Ladies and gentlemen, late last month, just 2 weeks ago, you, the citizens of the Republic of Moldova, received the right to enter freely, without visas, the countries of the European Union. You were the first, the very first, of all the citizens living in the countries directly to the European Union's east to have this opportunity. Moldova is the trailblazer now. And at the same time, as our common aviation area is coming into place, air travel is becoming cheaper. This is good for you, for family contacts, for business, for students. We stand by our promises. These are main achievements in a process that started almost a decade ago with the aim of strengthening our ties. Since then, your country has made stunning progress on this path. Let me congratulate all those who have led or contributed to this journey. Let me express respect for those whose relentless efforts these past few years have made it possible for Moldova to launch essential reforms and achieve important results. The European Union, ladies and gentlemen, acknowledges the European aspirations and the European choice of Moldova, as well as that of other countries in the Eastern Partnership. Efforts now have to concentrate on the signing and implementation of the association agreement, ensuring that Moldova and all its citizens can benefit of this closer relationship. The association agreement is not the final goal in our cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, first things first. These days, there seems to be some hot debating around the association agreement. Obviously, in the run-up to important elections, this is no big surprise. But even great opportunities can fall prey to the pressure of political campaigning. So let me clarify 3 things in this regard. First, we, the European Union, are not taking sides in Moldovan politics. We are interested in policy outcomes. We want to see our cooperation yield positive results for its citizens, for the citizens of Moldova and those of the Union. I feel encouraged by recent statistics. In the past 6 years, since our action plan has started to bear fruit, your economy has grown by 4% on average per year. Our bilateral trade, despite the global economic crisis, has gone up by 1/3. And in the World Bank ranking for ease of doing business, Moldova has moved up 10 places and 7 places in the corruption index of Transparency International. Nevertheless, the fight against corruption should remain high on the political agenda. It is crucial in many respects, and I'm convinced you can do much better. These few figures give ground for being optimistic about Moldova's future. I could add concrete examples of what has already been done in recent years with EU support, road repairs, new water sanitation systems, new off-farm jobs in rural areas, more respect for human rights, more fight against drugs. The funds the European Union has invested in Moldova have gone up massively in recent times, from 23 million euro in 2006 to 135 million last year. Much of this money helps your economy to be ready for the free trade area, but it is also invested in concrete projects, and not just here in this city, but all across the country. For instance, last year, close to 7 million euro went to Gagauzia and to Taraklia region. Let me mention one other concrete field of cooperation: energy. All EU countries are working hard to reduce their energy dependency and hence to bring prices down. It is about competitiveness for industry, about a better standard of living for citizens, and about security for the country as a whole. So that is why all our countries work to ensure diversification of energy supplies. They invest in alternatives, and your country, particularly dependent on Russian gas imports, faces the same challenge, and thanks to closer connections between you and us, you will benefit from our work too. Energy connectors are crucial here, and that's why the European Union financially supports the interconnector that is currently being built between Iași in Romania and Ungheni in Moldova. Romania has completed its part of the work. Moldova should be able to do so by July, so that the first import of gas from Romania will take place, if all goes according to plan, on the 27th of August. I do not have to tell this audience the significance for your country of that day. These and other results show that reforms work. Even if things are not easy and straightforward, the progress is real. You are moving in the right direction. However, I also understand when the journey is so long that it's natural to feel lost sometimes. Hence the importance of keeping this sense of overall direction. Moldova can become the country that you deserve: open, tolerant, competitive, free, truly independent. That is your compass. That perspective can guide you on the way. So this was my first point. The prime importance the European Union attaches to concrete results for all citizens. I come to my second point, concerning the association agreement. Regrettably, there seem to be some pieces of misinformation and even lies around. Some irrational fears, scaremongers' prophecies, or blatant misconceptions. To quote a striking example, some say, and others have believed, that with the association agreement, Moldovans will be forced to embrace Catholicism. This is absurd, and for many reasons, not the least because the Union guarantees freedom of religion, and tens of millions of EU citizens are not Catholic. Many of them are indeed Orthodox, like many of you. I told you, the European Union is very diverse, and yet it functions very well as a free and as an open society. And let me reassure you the association agreement will not change your identity, the Moldovan way of life. Moldovan products are already popular on the European market. Your wine is doing marvelous, even in France. And the association agreement will be like the wine maturing in Krikova, getting even better with time. But there are many more possibilities. The adoption of the European Union standards will open up new markets outside Europe for Moldovan goods, because these standards are recognized and used worldwide. Sensitive sectors of your economy will be protected thanks to substantial transition periods and adequate assistance. And the European Union will continue to help with financial and technical support. More foreign investment will flow in, such as that of German car makers eager to produce here, as some already do. These and other benefits are there for all the people of Moldova, including those of Transnistria. The European Union is ready to see how Transnistria can be best connected to the new free trade agreement, so the region can benefit as part of Moldova from the new industrial opportunities. Important also, with the association agreement, unlike with the customs union where trade policy would be delegated to a supranational body, so Moldova will not relinquish an inch of its sovereignty. The agreement does not foresee the possibility of making any single decision without Moldova's agreement. Decisions will be taken, as they are often made in the Union itself, by consensus. If any of the two parties disagrees, a decision cannot be taken until an acceptable compromise is found. One more thing in this context. The association agreement is a positive document. It creates many new opportunities, but it does not intrude on Moldova's relations with any of its other partners. It is perfectly compatible, for instance, with your free trade agreements with the Commonwealth of Independent States. I could go on dispelling more myth about association agreement, but it's not up to me. It is a matter of debate and conviction for the Moldovan society, as a sign of healthy democratic life. So let me rather call on you, on Moldova's society, to look at this document for what it does and for what it says, and engage into a real debate. The work of Europe's founding fathers, ladies and gentlemen, was about hope and openness. Today, do not give in to those who want to replace hope and openness by fear and mistrust. History is going in the other positive direction. And I can feel that history here in Chisinau too that history is on the move. My third and last remark. Moldova faces serious security challenges. There is always a risk that these will be exploited to scare you, to put pressure on you. You are the ones who are best placed not to let such risk happen. Don't let yourself be abused by appearances. Violence is not strength. Don't let yourself fall victim of those who want to divide and rule. Moldova is, like the European Union, like my own country, diverse, multicultural, but united. And we support the territorial integrity of Moldova, including Transnistria and Caucasia. United, you can live up to your legitimate ambitions. The motto of my country is Eendracht maakt macht. L'union fait la force. Strength lies in unity. Firmly stands by you with technical and financial assistance to prepare you to implement the free trade agreement, with measures that, if needed, can lend short-term resilience to the Moldovan economy, and also with visible political support. And I hope you will take this visit as a sign of that. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to see so many of you here, to see at first hand your enthusiasm and your faith in Moldova's future. Let me reciprocate with a message of unwavering support and unwavering friendship. Long live the European Union, long live Moldova. Mulți ani trăiască Moldova. Da zdravствует Moldova. Hai žive Moldova. Jašasin Moldova. Thank you.